Well, what tries to kill you makes you stronger. Have you heard that? Is that the way the line goes?
If it doesn't.
If it doesn't kill you, make you stronger. Well, it's still trying to kill me, and I think I'm getting stronger. I don't know yet. So, just real quick, so I don't know if any of you guys know, I know Kate was pretty good about it. Not last Tuesday, the Tuesday before, I came to do the business meeting, had a terrible night, excruciating pain. Turns out my appendix decided it needed to come out. And so we kind of did a rush to the emergency room thing, and I was on blood thinner, so we had to wait a couple days in the hospital. Yay! That's fun. I got blue right there to prove I was there. And then we ended up doing a surgery on Thursday. Not this Thursday, then the one before. And so the appendix is gone. Yay! I took a surgery that normally runs about an hour and a half. It took 4.5 hours. And they did a laparoscopy, thank God. They didn't take any of my kidney or any of my intestines, lower, upper, or my colon. So that's what everybody was worried about, is there. We didn't do any of that. But because they rearranged my organs inside with all the shit they did, I've been in a lot of pain and trying to keep it together on that side of it. But we're getting better every day. So that's the good part. Now, thank you girls for holding everything together. So just kind of give you an idea of where I'm at this week. The rest of this week I will probably not be physically in the office, but I will be at home working. I think I'm overdoing a little bit. I'm having some pain right here, and I think it's going to try to overdo it. So I'm going to work from home. So if you still need me, you can call the girls, you can email me, text, all that stuff. That's not going to change. And then next week I will probably be in the office all next week, probably on a part-time basis as well, in the morning, and then leave early afternoon, and then work from home the rest of the time. So I'll still be around, everything's still the same, we'll still do our thing. Obviously next Tuesday we're doing our one-day give back. That's a Project 150, so if you guys would like to volunteer for that, that would be great. We've also partnered up with a company called Vegas Roots Rescue, and Lisa was asking about that, and I'll send out an email today. Beds, food, that type of stuff, they will also accept that as well. Anything at all. They're a small little firm, please.
Did you say next Tuesday, next Friday, May 1st?
No, we're doing it Tuesday.
Oh, so it's the 29th.
It'd be the 20th, yes, it'd be 28th, I think.
28th.
28th.
We're doing it early.
Sorry.
Yeah, we're gonna do it early at 9:30, you guys, and then what we'll do is
9
9, and then we'll come back here, and I'm gonna buy everybody lunch, and we'll just hang out and have whatever we're gonna do. It'll be a lot of fun. And that's gonna be Project 150, and everybody knows where that's at right there on Galwin and Rancho. It's a lot of fun. Pound load trucks and feminine products and all that kind of stuff. So, and then we can work in Betty's Boutique as well. It'll be a lot of fun. And then I get a second one is Vegas Roots Rescue, small, nonprofit, 2 young ladies trying to keep it together, doing an amazing job in the circumstances that they're dealing with. So anything they can do to help these ladies would be great. Again, bed, whatever, animals need kind of stuff. Please, Lisa.
Project 150, if you guys aren't aware, they collect prom clothes for the kids. So if you guys we're coming up on prom season,
Yeah.
so they take men, women, especially men, because a lot of times you see more ladies' dresses and gowns and shoes.
Yeah.
But men's you don't see dress shoes, dress pants, suits, stuff like that, ties. But anything you guys have, when you make sure you get it there because they go through there, they wash all that stuff, they get everything ready for any of the underprivileged kids that need to have prom.
So do we bring that with Tuesday?
You
You can, absolutely.
Yeah, I would, yeah, absolutely.
And the thing that guys is they get so many clothes and stuff and what we have done as a group, because this will be like our 3rd year, I think, or 4th year. And so we'll go through the bags and they kind of give you an idea, hey, this you can keep, that you don't. And then they donate to another charity, stuff that they don't use, but you're right, Lisa, you take a bag and you bag of clothes that I can't wear anymore down there as well. So it's just a really good thing because we have charities that help the little kids and the older folks, but nothing to help 9th to 12th graders, and everything's
They
free.
said they really, really would like men's joggers, but not elastic ankles.
Oh.
We have men's joggers.
Okay. Men's joggers. So it'll be fun, you guys, and again, we'll spend, I don't know, it's usually only a couple, 2, 3 hours. And then, like I said, we'll come back here and we'll have lunch and enjoy and get to hang out a little bit. I know on Thursday, I don't think we have a flyer in here, but we have this new big changes at Rock Tile. As you guys know, some of you know, and so this Thursday at 3 o'clock at Tim's office, Summerlin, it's going to be meet all the new reps. And so they'll all be there, we're going to be invited, we're going to have food, Shane, and drinks and that kind of stuff. Pardon?
What'd you say, meet all?
The new reps.
Oh,
We've got 2 new loan officers, 2 new title officers, and a bunch of new reps. We're going to have our own rep in this office that's going to be just for our office, which will be great. So it's going to be, guys, huge changes, which I think are going to be very much needed. I think it's going to turn. I think with Shane and Jeff and some of the others, I think we're going to be in some really exciting changes and some really amazing services. So come on Thursday. Again, it's not in here. At 3 o'clock, 3 to 5 in Summerlin office. And just hang out, meet the reps. There'll be some food. It'll be fun, and you get to meet it. And again, guys, look forward to some really super exciting changes at Rock Tile. It's going to be exciting. So we're really thrilled for that. John's here to talk about the disc test, and I don't know how many people have done it, but it's pretty wild test. So let's do this. Of course, I've been out a couple 3 weeks now, seen the numbers. Numbers are still doing good. We're at 490 in the last 7 days in sales. I think still good. We're at 3.35 in a month worth of inventory, so that's still hovering about the same. The price points, same thing, 35. I can't wear my glasses, I left them at home in my bag. Going over here, 3,300, 4,400. They're all about, guys. The numbers are still are really close. It's funny. The vacancy rate has stayed about the same. We're moving products. Don't let the news media and everybody else tell you the sky's falling. It isn't. Okay? Homes are still selling. People are still buying and selling. So don't let that get your mind, and don't let that get into your client's head. The clients are listening to the news and they're calling you or talking to somebody and saying, I hear that the market's collapsing. What am I going to do? I'm going to wait till homes drop to 150,000. Okay, you're going to wait a long time. And if it does, I'm buying homes. Lisa, come give her a big hand there. Lisa, I think Lisa's going to try to make Project 150 with us as well.
I am. I just changed my calendar.
Okay, good, perfect,
I will be
perfect.
there. Yes, absolutely. Good morning, everybody. Those that don't know me, Lisa Waldeck with the Chosen Home Warranty. Nothing new, nothing earth-shattering, except for please use listing coverage when you guys are taking listings. As soon as you take a listing, send me an email. If I see that you're taking listings, I know that people are taking listings, who's putting things in escrow. I'm emailing you just to, remind you that put free listing coverage, the complimentary coverage on the listing during that listing and escrow period. For your buyers, if they haven't chosen a home warranty company, forward them my email, send them the information so they can review it. I believe that there is an opportunity for home warranty in every single real estate transaction. That goes for new construction. Even though the builder covers it for that first year and manufacturer warranty covers it for that first year, we have a 3-year policy that goes into effect years 2, 3, and 4. It's a 3-year policy, and we can do it as low as $760 for all 3 years. So it gets paid at the close of escrow. So if you guys are working with the new construction, working with builders, we know they're throwing a bunch of incentive money out there. We also know that I'm hearing that they're not using all of that. So you know what happens whenever you fight for that incentive money and you don't use it all, it goes right back to that builder. Use every penny that you can. So if you see at the end that and check that settlement statement, because they're not going to tell you they're not using all those funds. Call me, hey, we're closing and we have extra money, we want to put the new construction warranty on there. Same with, if you're doing concessions for a traditional resale, and again, you're getting concessions and the bank can't use it all, call me, we can upgrade the warranty. We can do an 18-month, we can do a 24-month, we can do a 36-month warranty. I just want to make sure the money you guys are fighting for your clients, that you're getting it utilized for the best possible way. Complimentary listing coverage, it covers during that listing and escrow period. We cover up to $1,000 in repairs. That includes heat, air, all of the kitchen appliances, water softener, roof leaks. We cover it all, guys. So we don't exclude, heat and air. We don't charge more for heat and air, but it's a really great tool to have when you're doing your listing presentation to present that to the seller that you're going to protect their home. And I like to say, a lot of people don't do it. If you're taking listings and you're not doing it, just imagine nobody else is either. So if you're competing for that listing and you're the only person that said, hey, by the way, I'm going to include a home warranty on your house during the listing and escrow period, that could be the one thing that sets you apart to get that listing. When you go into escrow and the buyers do their home inspection and you get that request for repairs back, we know it gets kind of intimidating, it gets overwhelming sometimes, and nobody wants to go back to the seller with a laundry list of items on it, request for repairs. Shoot me a copy of that over, I'll take a look at it to see if any of those items would fall under the warranty. So when you go back to the seller, you can say, I know this looks kind of lengthy, but remember that home warranty I put in place for you? I talked to the rep and it looks like items 2 and 7 would have coverage. It automatically makes them feel a little bit better. They're excited that you put that warranty on, could be saving them some money on those repairs. And I always like to say they don't want to put any more money in a house that they're selling anyhow. So it really is good. We talked about this a little bit at the last meeting that, you know, lenders require homeowners insurance on every house that's financed. Home warranty is not a requirement on the purchase agreement, which is really silly because you could live in that house 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 years and never file one claim with that homeowner's insurance. Home warranty, we average 2 claims per year. So if they could save that money that first year and then beyond when they renew, it really is huge. When your buyer clients or your seller clients file a claim, I will send you guys a notice so that way you can say, hey, on 123 Main Street, they had a plumbing claim and we paid $700. It's a nice reach for you guys to reach out to them, not shoving, real estate down their throat, but to say, hey, I see that home warranty we put in place that, you guys used it and, how was your experience? And then you can kind of like talk about, real estate for a little bit too. So it's just a nice little tool for you guys. Yes?
So does it include like garage doors at all?
Garage door opener. So we cover the mechanical systems, but the door
Yes,
itself,
I
no.
know.
Nope, so the
The
springs,
mechanical system?
yeah, the springs and the hinges and the door opener itself, yes.
Okay. Good to know.
Yes.
Lisa, your guys' program is where you guys pay their contractor.
Yep.
They don't have to go through the system I know you got a system, but you guys pay their guy directly.
Absolutely. So that's one thing. So guys, I started in the warranty industry 19 years ago. I did it for 8 years. I started losing faith in home warranty myself. I was getting the complaint calls. Let's be honest, you guys don't call the home warranty people just to check on us, when it's 120 degrees just to see if we're staying cool. You're calling because your clients are calling you. They're complaining because they're having to wait a week for an AC repair. They're waiting, a hot water heater on a Friday night that goes out. They can't get a tech out till Tuesday. We know where the breakdown is in the traditional home warranty model. It's because those home warranty companies, they contract out with contractors. You can only use their contractors when you file a claim. They pay their contractors pennies on the dollar. They don't pay them retail rates because they feel like if they're giving them volumes of business, they don't have to pay them as much. That's where you get the contractors that go out there, they try to upsell your homeowner, they try to tell them that replacement is needed versus repair. And when I came back into warranty 3 years ago, we are coming at it at a totally different approach. We know that speed is a factor. Homeowners don't want to wait. I joke and say we live in an Amazon world. We're used to things next day, maybe 2 days, and then we're getting kind of antsy because we want stuff fast too. We give them the ability to call their own contractor when they have to file a claim. So they have a friend that's a plumber, they have a friend that's a handyman. A licensed handyman can replace a water heater. A plumber can replace a water heater, HVAC, electrical, all of those things, they can call their own contractor. When the contractor comes out to the property, they call us with the diagnosis and the estimate to repair. We can pay our approved amount to the contractor directly before they even leave the house, which means they want to do the job. They want to do it right. They want to do it right the first time and not just Band-Aid it, because once that homeowner says, yep, everything's back up and running, we pay the contractor our portion and everything's done. So it really is about speed. It's about getting somebody out there in a timely manner, getting it done right the first time, and putting the client back in control of the policy again, because we all want policy, we all want control. We're all kind of control freaks. Let's be honest, and we want control of what we can control. So that's how we do it. So if you guys ever need anything, if you're writing offers, You know, evenings, weekends, during the day, shoot me a text if you're not sure how much to write into the contract for home warranty. I can take a look at it, see if it's got newer systems, if it's got a pool, if it has an extra refrigerator like television or something like that. And I can give you a dollar amount to write in there in that purchase agreement for warranty.
Cool.
Super.
Any questions? Thank you, Lisa.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Good job. If you're a new agent, the onboarding basics I'll do is on Zoom only. You get introduced to the vendors as well. It's a lot of fun. So if you're new or you just want to check out the onboarding, these are the two classes that we're going to be doing again. They go back and forth between us and Summerlin. The Rev Up, we're going to get started back in next month and finish back up. And so if you haven't done any of the Rev Ups and you want to, again, it's not just for new agents, but it's also good for agents who want to get tuned back up in the business. So nothing wrong with that. This is just a One Healthcare. I don't know if you guys have seen it. I kind of looked on it the other day. They give you a volume discount, basically what it is. Still a little bit pricey because one I looked up, just kind of screwing around. But it's something that they do have in One Healthcare. So if that's something you guys are looking for health insurance coverage, which is pretty valuable right now. I think that since I've gone with all the nonsense that's gone on with me, I think right now we're sitting just under $1 million right now for the stuff that I had done. Spending almost 3 weeks in the hospital and all the other nonsense. So it's certainly worth its weight in gold on that side of it. We're doing our Cinco de Mayo party on the 5th. Just give us an idea you're coming. We're going to have the taco guy there. It's going to be a lot of fun. We'll have margaritas again and tacos. It'll be a lot of fun. So let the girls know RSVP them. Again, this will be in lieu of our business meeting as well. We're doing it at 12 o'clock. It'll be a lot of fun. You guys have been there. I've seen it several times. Quiet area. I know a lot of you guys don't use the bullpen area. So this isn't really just for everybody. We've got a couple people that, and I honestly don't know why you want to have your phone on speaker when you're talking to your clients in front of people. I can't fathom why you want to do that, but there are people that are doing it. And so we got new chairs in the bullpen. I don't know if you guys seen that. Yay! Thank God those chairs were beat to death. So I just gotta listen. We want the same in the conference room. We just want to be just like when you go to use it. You like it being clean and the chairs pushed in when your clients come in versus trash and the trash. So please just do that part of it. We'll make sure you do it. Take care of that side of it. This is the Vegas Roots Rescue. Again, this is part of our give back as well. And then of course we're going to go down and do our volunteers needed right there. So I'll just give you guys some ideas on, like I said, on what we're doing. This is our first birthday that we do every year. Before we bring up John, let's bring up Shane Moody. Give him a big hand. He's our Nevada VIP, I guess you want to call it.
I don't even know.
Top dog.
Thank you.
Thanks. Yeah, appreciate you.
So, my name is Shane Moody. I've met a few of you guys already, but before I say anything, I just want you guys to know that I am excited to be here. And if you guys know Lisa, I've known Lisa for a very long time, and she could tell you that because just how I've been treated so far at this company, and not only just on the Realty One side, but with Rock Title as well. I think that you as agents have been, not saying that you guys haven't been taken care of, but I don't believe that you have had the type of service that you guys deserve. And if we don't have you supporting us, we don't have a company. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do everything I can to earn the respect of everybody sitting in this room that currently does business with us, and earn their respect and earn the business from everybody that is not doing business with us. And how we're gonna do that is we're gonna have a rep in every Realty One office that will be in here for, I will tell you, so Jorge Guzman is who we hired for this office, and he will start his days in this office. And I want him to do that because I want you guys to be able to have access to him if you need him and not have to call every day and try to find him. And so that's what he's gonna do out here. And he lives out in this area, so it'll be a little easier for him to probably get here and stay here most of the day. I met a few of you, and just raise your hand if you're currently working with Rock. Okay, and obviously the others are not. Can I, just a quick question, what would be the reason why you guys are not using Rock? Maybe 2 reasons. And it could be anything, it doesn't matter, I wanna hear this.
Customer service.
Is it? Okay,
Say same thing, was delaying getting information, especially during escrow and having to follow up.
okay, have a follow-up. Is communication probably the biggest part of it that you guys would see, and would that be fair to say? So, communication in our business is key, right? Everybody in this room needs communication. I mean, if you're writing an offer and the agent on the other end's not getting back to you, what's going on in your tummy? It's starting to get really, like it's anxious, it's getting really anxious. So, if I would say anything about me, that's important to me. It's important that you guys are not getting anxious on your deals and that you're focusing on doing what you guys do best. And what is that? Selling real estate, right? I don't sell real estate, I don't wanna sell real estate. But what I wanna do is make the experience that you guys have with Rock Title better than what you guys get from a Fidelity or any other brand that's out there. And so I came over here, Jennifer Wolf, she's an escrow officer, Jamie Lobby is an escrow officer. I had a sales rep, Sarah McMahon, who worked with me at Security First for about 4 years, and she is incredible. Jeff Hatfield, who joined our team, was an agent here in town for about 25 years. He was a broker. He has done a lot of different things, but what he loves to do is he loves to coach. He loves to train. He loves to show people how he can help you guys put deals into your funnel. And so my philosophy is reps that I want to work with me, I want them to have the real estate knowledge, and so when they're sitting in front of you guys, they can have have an intelligent conversation with you guys. And you know, my conversations, I'm not going to dig into what you guys do on every day in your business. But what I am going to do is, if you guys need help on things, I'm going to make sure that you guys are getting everything that you need. Okay, and I don't really know what else to say, but just I have to prove this to everybody in this room. And I will work very, very hard to do that for everybody. And so all I ask is just give us an opportunity to show you.
Awesome. Good.
I will attest that I've worked with almost everybody on his team over the years, and they do what they say they're gonna do, they show up when they say they're gonna show up. They over-promise everything and they come through every single time. I mean, they're just phenomenal people, and they dot all the I's, cross all the T's, and I've never heard one person complain about any of them.
I mean, this is our life. I mean, this is what we do every single day. And if I asked you who's the best real estate agent in this room, I hope that everybody would raise your hand. Because that's exactly what you guys should be fighting for. And that's what I fight for every single day, is to be the best at this job. To support you guys. So that's it. So you guys are gonna be seeing this a lot, and I'm excited to get to know everybody, as much as you guys want to. I mean, it's gonna be up to you guys. I mean, we're gonna be reaching out, and we'd love to sit down with you and pick your brain on what you're doing and what we can do better. And I love hearing I love negativity more than positivity. And negativity does not scare me. Negativity is an opportunity for us to get better.
Sure.
That's it.
Can you tell us what Jorge's, like, what his specialities are?
Well, he's been a Redfin agent for the last 5 years, and so he's somebody that I was doing some business with, and I talked him out of real estate to come in and do this with me, to help me support you guys. So he was an agent. He's done 150 transactions. And I don't, everybody has their own systems and their own processes, but what I was hoping that he could do is just bring some of the ideas, that he's had at Redfin. Some of the things that they were doing, not trying to change anything that Realty One does, but it's just bringing more, more value in that.
Their intention, you guys, is to bring reps in that have done real estate so they know what we all go through every day. Is their intention, as opposed to bringing somebody in who's never done real estate and then trying to tell us how to do real estate. And I think that's the thing that's going to change it. I'm excited for it. Of course, you guys were all a little bit, I don't want to use the word concerned, but oh boy, here we go, right? But I'm excited for it that we're gonna finally get some people that have energy, enthusiasm, and wanna do something versus I wanna go only where the people are the top producers are, I wanna go only with somebody's doing deals, so it's not gonna be their mindset. Especially when we have an agent here all the time now, his job is gonna be to grow everybody.
And the time that I've been able to spend with Tara and Vaughn and Shane, I don't know if you guys know those people, but even the existing people that are there, I mean, this company has the secret sauce. It has it. Because Tara has it. She just didn't have anybody to help to support her to continue to push what that looks like. I mean, from the marketing materials that we have to the swag that we have to all that stuff. I mean, those are all things that, I mean, I really don't care about that stuff because to me, it's the relationship that we have with you. All that other stuff is just stuff that we have. But if we're not doing a good job and when you walk out of that closing with Rock Tile and you're like, oh my gosh, that was the best experience I ever had. If we're not giving that to you, that's what we gotta work towards to do that. And that's what we're gonna do.
Yeah, good, not just serve, but exceptional service.
Yeah, anyways.
Thanks, guys, appreciate it, appreciate it. All right, appreciate it, Shane, I don't know why I said Jeff, I'm Jeff. I'm on page still, so I got some in my pocket. All right, the best time to take pain pills with alcohol I found, it really makes it well.
What?
I kid, I didn't do it this time. All right, on that note, let's bring up John with Epic. Give him a big hand. John, you want to play this and put you on top? What do you want to do, brother? So you're going to talk a little bit about the market first before we get into this, or what's your thoughts?
Oh, the
So is that
market.
down?
Please, the market.
Yes, what is the market? Who is the market and what is the market and when are we going to make the market?
Yeah, oil's king right now. You know, it's all, everything is hinging on the cost of oil. By the way, with our new wind downs every Wednesday, we have decided to give a $100 gas card away at each wind down until the barrel of oil comes under $70.
Whoa, whoa.
If you're an investor, you probably would want to take that $100 card and put it in your glove box and wait until the barrel of oil comes down, so it's worth a lot more. But
I need one that's got 700 on it for my boat.
oh my gosh, dude, that boat ain't getting much use right now, is it?
Only because I'm sick, otherwise I'd be rolling out.
But really, you know, everything's changing in the Fed. They're replacing a guy, putting a guy in. That's going to be a crap show, getting him voted in. So the market's just going to react in all kinds of weird, different ways. On top of the amount of young money in the market that is not experienced investors and emotionally investing instead of investing per, you know, technique or strategies and stuff. Because the market's really reacting completely weird. It's been like that for 3 or 4 years. Ever since COVID dumped all kinds of money into everybody's pockets. A lot of the kids are smart. They're like, you know what? We're just going to invest this. So it got them into investing. But here we are with a weird volatile market that nobody can put a finger on. So with all that said, don't stress about the market. Don't stress day to day. Media every night is going to say something different. We were going like gangbusters. Applications like crazy. And you could totally tell when the media says something and it all of a sudden freezes everything. You guys get a buyer probably a few weeks ago, you probably know the buyer, right? I'm gonna call a lender, I'm gonna get pre-qualified, they're hot and heavy. 3 days later, lender hasn't heard from them. You haven't heard from them. Because the news says, oh my gosh, Iran pulled out of the talks and this and that, and the oil shot up over $100, and now everybody's like doom and gloom. Stay on them, because that cycle is going to be gone pretty soon, and then all of a sudden the news side, oh, oil dropped under $80 a barrel in one day, oh my gosh. So don't get caught up in that. Keep on your people, they're gonna buy, and don't fall asleep, don't get frustrated, don't just shut down. This is not the business for you guys to shut down. And I forgot where I was, but it wasn't real estate related, but we were talking about marketing and deals, and she said something about, oh my gosh, the universe listened to me. I needed to get something this today. I'm like, you know what, that's how agents work, right? Agents are focused, they wake up every day and I need a deal. They're focused on the deal. They're focused on the next deal. That's not what you guys should be focused on. You guys should wake up every morning and focus on tasks. Because deals don't come without tasks. And if you should wake up to your list each morning, and I gotta knock that out, that deal's gonna come. The deals are gonna come. A month later, you'll be like, oh my gosh, where'd these deals come from? Because you're focused on tasks. Focusing on the one deal will make you crazy. Now it'll shut you down. It'll end up having you getting a job at Home Depot at night, and that's gonna hurt your business. Okay? So just do the tasks, do the work. So that's my market piece. Don't worry about the market. The rates have been trending down like this. All right? So don't go day to day. Just have faith. They're gonna keep going in the right direction. And the buyers are gonna come on in cycles. Okay? Just know that. All right, how many people have been through my disc class? None of you here? Oh my gosh! All right, this will be fun. Okay, this is gonna be a little interactive to start here. All right, this is all about understanding yourself, because if you don't understand yourself, you're definitely not gonna understand your client. Okay, you're into the wind. Okay, so. First, we understand ourselves, because who's heard of mirror match? Okay, mirror match. I hate that term, right? I hate that term because you're just trying to act like that person. You're not trying to understand the person. This business, you can make a heck of a lot more money working with less people and having more time in your life. If you identify those people that you really want to work with that bring really good deals. Okay? Mirror match, you're just churning, trying to close deals. Actually understanding people is going to build a deep database of referral business for years to come. So, all right, everybody up. Stand up. We're gonna move around. First question, are you outgoing or are you reserved? Okay? Outgoing, they're high energy, fast paced, enthusiastic, involved in people's businesses, want to see stuff going. If you are outgoing, go to the back of the room. Okay? If you are reserved, more slower paced, critical thinking, cautious, discerning, you're digging into everything, making sure it's right, or reluctant, you don't want to make mistakes, come up front. Get in the middle. She's like, no, I'm going to reserve. You just answered it because you're reserved because you don't want the attention. That's funny. All right, next question. Are you people-oriented or are you task-oriented? All right. If you're people-oriented, focus on getting the job done. No, that's task. Okay, task-oriented. Focus on getting the job done. Logic-based versus emotional. You're like, stats. Okay? Less influenced by opinions of others and thrive on procedure and process. Shift to that side of the room.
Well, let me see the other list first.
Can we do both?
People are priority versus project. More emotional versus fact-based. Influenced by others' opinions and focus on how others feel. You care about the people. People-oriented over here.
And then task where?
On that side. Let's stay in the front or back. Let's stay in the front or back. So this corner back here should be outgoing, task-oriented.
Outgoing task.
Okay, you guys should be reserved to task.
Yes, that's.
Outgoing, people-oriented,
Yes, it's fine.
reserved, people-oriented. Perfect. All right. You guys are the D's. And it's amazing because that's the percentage almost of D's. Right there. Okay? We're gonna get into it. It gets a little more complicated. You guys are the I's. You're the life of the party. All right? You guys know a lot of people. You connect with a lot of people. You thrive on people. The S's, you guys are the bleeding heart, tender. Everybody's got to win. I got to make sure this person does not get mastered. Okay? You're the glue of the family. Okay? People come to you when there's a problem in the family, and you fix it. You fix it. And then you guys are the C's. Okay? Or like, task-oriented, accountant-type people. Here's the cool thing about C's. Okay? If a C is ever wrong, if a C is ever wrong, they were given the wrong information. Or not enough information. I learned this in my life because I almost fired my first C when I got into corporate, and I realized that it was my fault for not telling her exactly what I had. And I did not end up firing her. Okay. Oh, I'm high D.
You're on, dude, you're a high too. You're the DI.
So, but,
Yes.
think about this.
You're a high too.
No,
Not
that
at
is
all.
all manufactured. 100%
So
manufactured.
you're definitely
I'm actually a DC.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but being in one extreme is not good. Being in the middle, ideally, is where some want to be. That's kind of like a chameleon or whatnot. So, it's not a bad thing. It's a deep understanding of who you are and who everyone else is. Because in order for you to have a really good experience with a D, you guys got to come together somewhere. Or you could stay in your realm and just understand who that person is and just deal with it. And honor their personalities and characteristics, make them feel heard. Okay? But just know.
Make them feel hurt?
Heard. Heard. Oh, you can't hurt a D. Nobody can hurt a D because they will hurt you before you do. Okay. So when you take a DISC test, you're going to end up somewhere in here. I'm way over here. Okay. I'm extreme. I don't know if any of you guys realize that, but I'm a little extreme. So, but hear this. All right, everybody sit down. You can be. You can be. And to Shane's point, it has a lot to do with environment. Okay? You could feel different about yourself in different environments. When I learned that this was what I wanted to do, and I wanted to be successful in this business, I learned that if I'm going to have a team, I have to get up in front, and I have to present, I have to train, I have to teach, I have to do all those things, which I hated. It was the last thing I wanted to do. So I had to stretch, like way beyond. So back in my Keller Williams days, I was running a team. Our CEO, team leader, got fired, and the OP, the principal, came to me and said, "Hey, I'd like to interview you for CEO." I'm like, no. I'm like, I'm perfectly fine. I'm never going to work for another person. Feet up on the desk, going through spreadsheets, working numbers, setting events. Our team was great. Didn't need a job. I'm good. An amazing title rep. This is Arizona, before the Rock days. Amazing title rep in-house came and sat in my office. I had my feet up. She sat there. It's like, so I heard Scott ask you about the CEO role. I'm like, ha! Yeah, I'm not taking that. She looked at me, she goes, you do realize that he's going to hire someone that could possibly come in and tear down everything you guys have built up in here for the teams and the support and the culture. And I'm like, shit. It's like, okay, let me take a look at it. So, I don't know if you know this, Keller Williams does a ton of testing, a ton of assessments. They even make their own, right? Off of Myers-Briggs and all that stuff. Well, they have a one sheet for every single position in that corporation. From the front desk person to the operating principal, right? Buyer consultant, buyer listing specialist, all of them. They all have a different one sheet that shows. And they only hired based on an assessment that told them where they would fit best. All right? Talent can do anything. Talent community. I could spend time with S's and thrive for a moment, but I'll burn out. Okay? You put me in that position too long, I'll burn out. So by putting people in the right places based on their true foundational personality, allow for longevity and building culture because it wasn't a revolving door. Okay? So I knew it was going to take a while. So he did my assessment and he came back to me and we started going through this. I'm like, this ain't right. Like, what do you mean it's not right? Right here it says I like to be micromanaged. I'm like, that is 1,000% wrong. So, okay, take it again. Did it again. I tried a little bit harder to see where I might end up with that micromanagement label. Same freaking results. I'm like, I don't understand. So he showed me that graph, and then he showed me another one. The one he showed me first was my actual self, who I truly was. Then he showed me who I was in a workplace, in the environment. And I'm like, that's me, right there. He's like, yeah, you play into your environment. Because on that graph, I was a DI, right? You picked that up. But inside, I'm a DC, you know, right around this area. So I'm the furthest from people-oriented. You wouldn't think that, right? So that's where the part where the talent comes in, the desire to do something outweighs my comfort. Okay, so I go home at night and I chill and I'm like, all right, 6 o'clock, nobody's calling, sweet. I'm done. But I do those things because I desire the success. So, again, you're not just a D. You could be an attainer, which is in this circle. That the closer you are to the middle, the better chance you have of understanding of the variety of clients. It's harder for the D in this business because they deep down don't want to understand all of these things, right? They just want people to do their thing. Like, do it, just do it. I need this done, do it, right? That's the D. Environment, that changes. Think about environment. When you take your assessment, the environment you're in could affect your results. Okay, so if you're sitting there at the kitchen counter at 2:30, bus pulls up out front, kids come flying in, grabbing snacks, yelling, screaming, fighting, pulling hair, punching, all that stuff, and you're trying to get through this assessment so you can go frickin' grab some hair yourself, it could affect your results. Right? You're sitting in this office by yourself and your emails are going off, it could affect your results. So you have to find a time. And ultimately, you need someone to actually validate it. Ask the questions. Go through each question and say, all right, on a scale of 1 to 10, how correct is this statement? Just like he did with the whole micromanaging thing. I'm like, it's a 1. And then he's like, why is it a 1? What makes you think it's a 1? And we talk through it, and all of a sudden, like, okay, so I do entertain some micromanaging at some level. But we can't tell you who you are unless we get to 10s all across the board to where you truly believe that those results are valid. And we got to get you there through asking questions and confirming and validating all the results. And that's where we said that at that point, it's like, okay, these results are kind of off. And then we ask, when did you take the test? Where were you at? All of that stuff. Then it's like, okay, let's try it again. Let's take another assessment because we aren't getting to where we're confirming these results. The importance of this in your business is you have to connect on a level of trust with the client. Even if it's a freaking Zillow lead that comes in today and you got to go show them a home right after this meeting, in order to get them to write a contract with you, you're going to have to connect with them, right? So when we look at D's are decisive, problem-solving, result-oriented. D's thrive on problems. They like problems. They're bored without problems. They're direct, assertive, and competent, or competitive. That D could stand for something else. But every business requires all four, right? Every large corporation, every small team in real estate requires each of these categories to be fulfilled. Whether you yourself do it all, or you have a TC who is pretty much your C, all right? How many of you sat down with a coach and said, I want to grow it, build a team, what's my first hire? Coach will normally say, you need a transaction coordinator. You're the C. Why do you need to hire another you? Like, you can handle that piece. Yeah. So you need to find the D, which could be a coach, right? You could get a coach that could be assertive and direct and help push your team through. And then you need your S, you got the I right here, okay? And I feel like, you know, you guys all have some S in you, okay? Go back to that chart real quick. An I can have some S and can work with S's a lot, right? An S and C can share similarities. A D and an S is like oil and water, all right? A lot of my marriages have been to S's. I finally figured that out, okay? I'm going to get along better with the I's and C's where I don't have to work so hard to, you know, get in their world or understand or connect, okay? Your C and I, they will kill each other if you put them in a room. Absolutely. You put them in the room too long, they will throw hands. C's will be like, God, you just settle down for a minute. And the I's like, gosh, you're so boring, you're sticking the butt, can't we do something fun? Okay? So just know, your D's, you're gonna have to work hard. When you identify, if you're a C and you identify a client as an I, you got your work cut out for you. But you can do it, right? You just have to know how they're operating. Here's your D's. Geez, not to get political or anything.
Bring out the knives.
This slide was done before Trump's second term, so yeah. But makes sense. All these are very D-ish. I's, outgoing, gregarious, socially assertive, and talkative. All right, we had our people-oriented people over here. We had the I and the S. The difference between the two. The I's, this is not bad. There is no bad thing about who you are and your personalities. The only bad thing is if you don't understand, right? Because like you said, we're all needed. Everyone is needed. So you got the I, more surface level in their relationships, but a lot of them. The I is going to be the connector in the room. They're going to come into the room and say, all right, who do I not know and who can I connect today? They're going to run around and acquire relationships. The S is deeper. All right? They go deeper. Less relationships, deeper connections in the relationships. Okay? So your I is your, like I said, your connector. Here's your I's. S's, control, predictable, loyal. That's a big S trait. It's a big S trait. Anyway, good listeners. They listen. Why they're S's? They want to know everything. That's what annoys the D's. It's like, this is really important. Cooperation. They cooperate. I said earlier, they are the glue of the family. They want to make sure everybody in the family's happy and there's no conflict, and they want to make sure it's all resolved. You come to the S of the family, they're like, oh my God, all the gossip lies inside this S. They don't enjoy all the gossip, but they will take it because they want to make sure everybody's in okayness. All right, that's your S. Here's some S's. Yeah, want to be my neighbor, right? Total S. cautious. You like rules, procedures, protocols, quality control, done the right way. This is what it got to me on the whole C part and the task oriented. I like spreadsheets, but the right spreadsheets, the right numbers, right? I like the details, but the right, I don't want to have to go find it. It's like bullet point me, give me the right figures, and I'll make a decision, right? Procedures. I like procedures. There's not a procedure that I found that I haven't been able to bend or manipulate. Love them, right? Because a procedure tells me what everybody else is doing and following these lines. You call me guide, underwriters hate this. They're like, it's in the guidelines. I'm like, it's a guideline. It's not a hard line. It's for guidance. Yes. Protocols, quality control, I'm big on quality control, right? I want to make sure there's a procedure.
So what you're saying is your underwriters love you.
Oh, dude, it took
They
some
love you.
work.
They love you.
I burned it down and built it back up.
Yeah.
It took some time. Here's your C's. My favorite C, by the way. Spot C3PO. Okay. So now we understand where everybody lies and what the different categories are. If you're a dog, this is where you kind of. Anybody own a dog in their category? Jocelyn does. This is mine. Good. So S, you got your golden retrievers and labs, loyal dogs, right? This dog is nuts between 1 and 3. But after 3, they're the most amazing dogs in the world. And the reason I do over is because my dog works. Everybody in my family works, even my dog. Out competing. So she's kind of a D, so. All right. Selling to clients' personality. This is where it gets important. If your client is a D, they're purchasing for success and power. Purchase to solve problems and achieve a goal. You want to be direct and specific. They will decide quickly, which is nice, right? You need to respect their time, and you need to follow through. If you do not follow through with a D, you're dead. They'll get another agent. That's huge. Direct and specific. Make sure that's kind of the specific thing falls in the C's too. That's why they see what their D's and C's are on the same side. Here's some words to avoid or use. Persuading words, money, results, fast, and win. These are words you don't want to use when you're working with a D. Maybe. Maybe to a D is no. You're gonna show up, you're gonna come to the event? Maybe. No, you're not gonna be there. Pretty good means it sucks. There's no pretty good in the D world, right? What do you mean pretty good? It's either good or it's not. I'll try. Leota, try. No, what do you do? No. Okay, try is another one. If you say I'll try to get it to you, they know you're not gonna get it to them. And then I'm pretty sure never use that freaking word. I'm pretty sure. D's will respect you way more if you say, I will get that answer for you. Or let me confirm that. I have an idea, but let me confirm that for you. They will respect you more if you just give them the answer later. But be specific. It's like, hey, as soon as we're done here, I'm going to confirm this. I'm going to get it to you this afternoon, or by 5 or by 6. Be specific. All right? Money, results, fast, win. So yeah, they want to go fast and they want to win. So these are like great clients. They got the money, they know what they want. Like, here, great, I'm gonna send an offer over for you to DocuSign tonight. As soon as you get that signed, I'm gonna send it to the other agent really fast. I'm gonna follow up, and I'm sure this is a winner. He loves the heck out of you. Just using those words. Okay. The I, it's about customer experience and fun. These guys are reading all your testimonials. They want to make sure people had fun while working with you. Decides emotionally. Wants a decision to make them look good. Persuading words, fun, people, social, prestige. Discouraging words, agenda, kill them. Timetable, they don't live on a timetable, right? I time is I time, it's nothing else like it. Budget, they don't budget. They want it, they'll get it. And the death of an eye is the word alone. You want to sell an eye? You walk into the backyard like, oh my gosh, this is the coolest backyard I ever seen. I want to be your friend. Because as soon as we close on this house, you're going to have the greatest parties here. And so many people are going to come. Like, you know what? Let's buy it. Right? It sounds simple, and I'm being kind of out there, but it's true. These are things, because how many people have worked with a client and showed them several homes and they disappeared? Only to find out they bought a house 4 or 5 months later somewhere else, with someone else. It's usually not a loyalty issue, right? They just didn't connect. And it's not that you're not trustworthy. It's just they didn't get that connection level. And if you're an S, you can work with Ds all day long if you understand them. And you make them feel heard and understood, and they feel like you have their best interest in mind, that they're going to connect. Okay? S, they create predictability. Be sincere. Emphasize your convenient process. They need time to process information. If an S tells you they want to pray on it tonight, do not respond with, well, agent said they had multiple offers. Or this just came on the market today. We don't want to lose it. Because they will not talk to you anymore. Okay, they truly, whether they're praying on it or not, they just are saying they need time to think about it. And unfortunately, these clients are the ones that are going to lose a few deals before they finally figure it out. And they're going to be reluctant to buy the home they buy just because they feel pressure that they keep losing out on it. They don't change. So your work is cut out for you to make them feel comfortable, knowing after they lose out on 3 or 4 deals, they're going to buy something reluctantly. And they need to feel confident and supported. Show confidence in your presentation. Yeah, don't bring a presentation tonight. Meet them at Starbucks. Don't even open your computer. All right, you ready to go? Where are we going? Just come with me. They're so persuading words for S. Easy, safe, guarantee, and reliable. Can't say guarantee.
I was gonna say.
You need to make them feel that word. That's a feel word. You can't say that word. Discouraging words. Conflict. We talked about that. They hate conflict. They want that resolved right away. Rush. Can't rush them. They are not risk people. And they don't like uncertainty. These S's, they're the ones that don't like having the conversation, marry the house, date the rate. They want certainty. And the market is uncertain. Your S's are more likely to just go ahead and buy permanent points even though I tell them not to. Because they want a certain path. And then your C's. Use facts and data in your presentation. More statistic heavy. Very organized. Unemotional decision makers. Emphasize your procedure. Be organized and consistent. And provide a pro and con sheet. That's a big thing for the C's. Because if you don't provide them one, they'll make one. They'll probably make one right in front of you while you're sitting there. Or they'll come to you the next day and say, here's my pro and con sheet. Okay? You sit down, you want to make points with a C, and you're sitting there talking about a house that you want to offer on. Pull out a sheet, draw a line, give them a pen. Like, let's do a pros and cons sheet. I would hate that. But I'd do it if I had to sell that deal. Because I knew that's what they wanted. Okay? Persuading words, specific, details, logical, and procedure. Discouraging words, unplanned, unscheduled, unorganized, and quick. So, my eyes out here, you have to work really hard to close these C's. Okay? Because you're going to have to show up not quick. You're going to have to show up organized. You're going to have a freaking stats and everything in your, you're going to have a presentation. Okay? So this one's tough. And it has to be planned. You can't fly by the seat of your pants. Show up to the day you guys are going to show homes. Give them a packet of the homes they're going to see with the times on when you guys are supposed to see them. That's C stuff right there. Okay? This isn't to change you. Remember, mirror match sucks. It's the worst thing in the world. I don't know who came up with that. But we're not trying to change you. Trying to get you to understand yourself and who you are so you can understand and connect with your clients so you have less people disappearing. And ideally, when you do find that client, that type that you connect easiest with, and you start digging and go deep with those people, you're going to find out that there's some similarities from all these clients that you love working with, and it's going to lead you to Rome, where you're going to spend your time and money prospecting and generating more business at. That is the cheat code in this business. You have to go several layers deep with the clients that you work with, not to find out just who referred them. Oh, I like all the deals that Jocelyn refers me. That's not enough. Like, out of the ones that Jocelyn referred me, which ones do I like most, and where did those come from? That's not enough. You gotta go another layer. Okay? That is going to change your life and your business. Just do it, it's worth it. So, again, like I said, there's a public self, there's a private self, and a perceived self. The public self is what you're doing when you're in real estate, when you're showing up at these meetings, when you're out with clients. Your private self is your core, who you truly are. And then this one is who you think you might be, right? We always have a perceived self. Ideally, see how this one here is, this one's gonna be your public self. See how much different it is from their private self? So they drop their D when they're in the public.
Drop their what?
Their D.
Oh, okay.
Their D comes down a little bit. They stay true to their S in public or whatever. So because these things are pretty close, they're in the right place. They're in the right environment. You look at mine, I'm not in the right environment, but I know this is where it needs to be to accomplish the goals I want to accomplish in life. So, it all comes down to communication. People don't buy because they're made to understand, they buy because they feel understood. Right? They don't care how much you know, so they know how much you care.
Right.
Those are the things in this business. I believe Realty One Group has a link in the One Suite
Yeah,
to
yeah,
take
we-
a disc.
Yeah, to take
Yeah.
a disc, yeah.
So I would take it. If you guys haven't taken it, take one. And make sure you're in a good environment to take it.
We need, I don't know, John, is there somebody in there that validates it as well, do you know, or?
You need to sit down with someone who really,
Yeah, somebody,
really
you
validates.
guys, if you take the disc, somebody's gotta evaluate it for you. They
Yeah,
gotta be-
I'm fine with validating. You take your disc, we can schedule a time and we can go through it.
Oh,